Going to do a really short little video here on the Bible and how to read the Bible. There is a lot of things in the Bible, and you just can't read it quite literally. And the reason for that is there's things in language called idioms and metaphor, hyperbole, and what else? Personification. Those are you're going to find are the four most widely used things in the Bible. And surprisingly, most people don't know English very well. They don't understand what an idiom is or what hyperbole is. And so when they read, they don't understand what they're reading. The other thing is a lot of arguments you'll hear sometime as well. How do you know what's supposed to be taken literally and what's not? And it's a very good question. And so I'm going to cover a few of these, and I'm going to give an example for each. And of course, there's many examples. But an idiom, the definition of an idiom is it's a phrase or a fixed expression that has a figurative or sometimes literal meaning. An idiom's figurative meaning is different than the literal meaning. And so an example of that would be like Matthew 7:15. It says, "Beware of false prophets, which come unto you in sheep's clothing, but are inwardly ravening wolves." That is an idiom. Hyperbole is different than an idiom. Hyperbole is an exaggerated statement or claim which is not meant to be taken literally. So an example of that would be like Galatians 4:15, and it says, "Wherein is this blessedness that you spake of? For I bear you record that if it had been possible, you would have plucked out your own eyes and have given them unto me." That is a perfect definition and it's a perfect example of what hyperbole is. Metaphor is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or an action to which it is not literally applicable. An example of that would be hope deferred, Proverbs 13:12. "Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when desire cometh, it is a tree of life." So that would be an example of a metaphor. Personification is the attribution of a personal nature or human characteristic of something non-human, or the representation of an abstract quality in human form. So an example of that would be like Proverbs 1:20. It says, "Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets." And as you can see, that's, you don't take that literally. So a lot of times you'll find that people read this stuff and they understand that it's not literal, but they don't quite comprehend the rules that they're applying without even knowing about it. And so I'm not saying that the Bible is 100% historically correct. I am not saying it's 100% scientifically correct. I'm not stating anything like that. However, if you're going to read it as literature, as the Word of God, however you want to take it, you have to understand that there's many different ways of using language to convey thought. It's not all just meant to be literal. So, short video, under 5 minutes, food for thought. Talk to you later.